Hi everyone, so I'm Louis. I'm born in France. Been born and raised in the Jura department, and I study in Lyon at Epitech. And so I spend most of my time during my study in Lyon. I moved to Shenzhen firstly at 2014. And at that time, because we need for the fourth year during our study, we need to spend 1 year outside of France. And with friends, we decided to go for China to embrace the cultural gap, I would say. And so when I came back to get my degree for my 5th year, then I remember that I pretty much like the Chinese culture and the fast pace we have here. So I decided to come back also after 1 year and started to do my second year of career here in Shenzhen. So I started as a software engineer, and then after I got promoted as a lead developer, and there I also started to create a department, like the cloud department, where I became a cloud architect, and where I also started to hire 4 to 5 people, and so basically a startup company mostly for IoT, a small company. At that time, it was still a startup company. And after that, I decided to move to Alibaba, where I worked for 3 years, mostly on the Southeast e-commerce. And then after, I work on Alibaba.com for B2B, a B2B platform. For my work at ByteDance, that's a funny story because I keep working on my open source project on the side of my day job. And actually, the leader of the departments who hire me at ByteDance follow my work on GitHub, and reach out to me actually 3 years ago already. But at that time, I was not looking for new opportunities. But then after, when I wanted to change company, I decided to reach out to him again, a few years after that. And so it pretty much happened that we went through the interview process. And because he knew my work on Lyon AI, my open source project, I think it kind of helped. So if I have an advice to give is always need to work on your side project. And if you are very passionate about what you are doing, other people will naturally feel it. And from here, I think great opportunity can happen. So I was a senior developer. I was a senior software engineer at ByteDance. And I work on the TikTok shop, so on the seller platform of TikTok. So I mostly work on the front-end part for the seller platform. So at TikTok, I spent almost 2 years. I decided to resign because also, firstly, I became a dad less than 1 month. And after, I wanted also to find maybe a more human-sized company. And also to focus more on my own project for a little while. My open source project, which is Lyon AI, is an open source personal assistant, which use many kind of AI concepts. So saying this is kind of broad, but we do text-to-speech, speech-to-text, and at first I started with natural language understanding for people who understand. When you speak to the assistant, then the assistant need to understand what you are saying. So at first, I started to use some traditional natural language processing. So that was like a Siri or Alexa back in time. So I work on that, and because at that time I was working a lot with Vue.js ecosystem. And the creator of Nuxt.js, which is a framework for Vue.js, followed me at that time on Twitter, and he reposts my announcement when I first released Lyon. And from there, then some people decided to publish my project on Hacker News from Y Combinator. And from there, it made the front page for the whole day, almost, I think, several hours. And the second time, 2 years after that, I decided to rework completely the NLP engine of my project, and I decided how I did it. So I wrote up a blog post, and I decided, and then this became also hot on Reddit. And then for the second time, it went also on the front page of Hacker News, where also people came and to know more about Lyon. So that was a few years ago, and now I'm currently reworking the whole engine to make it more LLM friendly, if I may say that. I truly believe, like, since last year, we have a major shift in all the AI agents, like, or whatever we can call. But that time it was mostly about exploring the technology itself. How to orchestrate an agent, how does it work? But this year, I think we will see more a shift also toward personal AI. Of course, we see, like many opportunities in B2B. This is very important, but also now we can see more and more, especially on Twitter, like with Cloud Code and Codex from OpenAI. There is a major shift in the personal AI field here, where you can pretty much like build your own AI agent for like you really want, like an AI agent you want to own, and not from someone else, like with your own thought, your own idea, your own creativity. So those kind of opportunities provided by those big AI labs unlock this potential. So the next step for Lyon so far, I think now I divided the next step by 3 milestones. The first one is to have the workflow. So basically, if some people knows about N8N, N8N, so basically it's like a drag and drop system where you can create a workflow, like a sequential workflow about action, such as like when something do this, and you can do that, and you can have some trigger, event trigger or time trigger, those kind of things. So I have finished this new rewrite for Lyon. So that's the first step. So basically, last week actually I created a new capability. I call it a skill in Lyon, where you can provide Lyon a YouTube video. Then Lyon will download the YouTube video. Then once it's downloaded, it will extract the audio, do the automatic speech recognition, and then after we translate it into the target language. And then after we also recognize the gender of all the speakers and isolate the vocals from the instrumental. So it's like a sequence of actions. So that's working. So at the end, when you give Lyon a video, then it will ask Lyon to translate it into French, for example. Then the whole video will be translated into French automatically. So that's the first step, doing like being able to do the workflow. And the second step is, which I'm starting now, is let Lyon write its own skill. So over the years, for Lyon, I worked on a very specific architecture where you have the skills, then within the skills, you have the action, and then the action calls some tools, and in the tools, you have functions that can call also some binaries. So from here, then now Lyon is aware about there is a very specific architecture and standard that I have developed over the years. And from here, Lyon can know about is aware about the knowledge about how it works. So Lyon can code a new skill for itself. So if a skill doesn't exist yet, for example, like a very classic skill that we may have like a few years ago with Siri or even Alexa, like someone want to have like a weather skill, like so a forecast skill. Then if Lyon doesn't have this skill yet, then Lyon can just write the code for it by following the new standard I created. And then, so it will write the code on the fly. And then the next time you ask for the weather in Shenzhen, then Lyon will be able to remember Lyon has this skill. So it will just execute and not write the code. So in this way, it's very fast. You don't need to write the skill at runtime. So this is the second phase. The third phase then will be to have what we call react and take action for Lyon. So we will basically provide tooling to Lyon, some tool, and Lyon will be able to, according to the output of the tool, have a reasoning process and then take action and iterate over a loop. And so, for example, if we think about the first example I mentioned about the video translator, the video translator so far is a workflow, but if this video translator doesn't exist yet, then we can provide the low-level tools to Lyon, such as if we use FFmpeg for example, to extract the audio from a video, then we will be able to provide the FFmpeg tooling. And from the tooling, Lyon will be able to run the tool by itself, and then loop over and say, okay, now we have the audio extracted automatically. And then the next step we will be able to do the step B, step C. And so Lyon will be able to plan and reason by itself. So this is the third phase. And today is pretty much very doable, and like we can see already with -AI and other similar companies, they are already achieving it. So for me, I would like to achieve it more in the open source style. Yeah. So Lyon is available on GitHub. So far, Lyon is more for like some tech hobbyist developers, or mostly like the profile, like some tech people. But later, I wish my grandma can use Lyon, I would say. But this need to reach the third phase first, and also need to reach the third phase. So to download Lyon first, you can go on GitHub, and from there you have instruction about how to download, how to use Lyon. But for now, it's working in your browser. So when you have you can just open a tab in your browser, and Lyon will be working there. Then with the communities, the open source communities, we will create a mobile application and a desktop application as well. So now I'm still working on like submarine way to reach the third phase, and then after reach out again with the communities so they can contribute to Lyon, because now, since it's a very big major revamp of the project, then I lock the contribution, because I'm making quite like some big breaking change. So yeah, it is better so far that I work on this on my own so far, and then after unlock the potential of the community. And yeah, so far we have over 30 people who are willing to join me as core contributor to regularly work on Lyon. So yeah, that's pretty exciting. I wish I had a specific date for all like the milestone I just mentioned. The thing is, since it's a side hustle so far, I don't have that so far. But if I'm able to work on it full time, then I'm pretty sure I can have some time range. But so far I don't have, like, because over the years I prefer to work on it like without kind of any pressure. This is why also it took like from 2017 to now 2026. I still want to keep this pace, except if I'm able one day to work full time on it. But so far, I still need to pay my bills, I would say. So I still need also to have my day job on the side too. Yeah, for that. Yeah, so you can contact me on LinkedIn, and of course via GitHub. And also, I would like in the future to create more video on YouTube. Last year, I actually started to do some YouTube video in French. However, yeah, with the day job, I had other priorities.
Okay, cool. Thank you, and it was really nice to have you and
Thanks.
Follow the process of Lyon AI. Thank you, Louis.
Thank you.